Today we're ranking every 2014 LEGO Ninjago set from worst to best. Let's get into it. At number 9 we have set number 70720, Hour Hunter. This set is built from just 71 pieces and includes 2 minifigures which are Cole and a classic Nindroid. Now going into this set you already know it's going to be the smallest one from the wave, but even with that in mind it still feels very limited in what it offers. The main build is this small Nindroid Hour vehicle, and while the concept itself actually fits really well with the whole technological theme of the rebooted wave, the execution is just very simple. There's not a lot of detail, not many interesting techniques, and overall it feels like something you build once and then don't really come back to. It also doesn't really have any standout play features, which makes it feel even more basic compared to the other sets in this wave that all bring something unique. Now looking at the minifigures, they're solid, but again nothing special. Cole is always a good inclusion, and the Nindroid is nice if you want to build up an army, but there's no exclusive or highly detailed figure that would make this set stand out more. And that's really the main issue here. This set doesn't do anything wrong, but it also doesn't do anything memorable. It feels more like a small add-on or a starter set, rather than something that represents the wave, and that's why it lands at number 9. At number 8 we have set number 70726, Destructoid. This set is built from 239 pieces and includes 3 minifigures, Zane, NinjaCopter and a Nindroid. Now this set is actually a really interesting case, because it has some really strong elements but also some clear weaknesses. Starting with the minifigures, this is easily one of the highlights. NinjaCopter is a great villain and one of the most important characters from this wave. Zane fits perfectly into the story here, and even the Nindroid is a nice little extra that adds more value. So on paper the minifigure selection is honestly really good. But then we get to the main build, which is the Destructoid mech, and this is where things get a bit more mixed. The idea of giving the Nindroids a mech is actually perfect. It fits the team, it fits the enemies, and it should have been one of the standout builds from the wave, but the actual execution just feels a bit off. The proportions are a bit awkward, the design doesn't feel as clean or polished as it could, and it doesn't really give off that intimidating presence you would expect from a mech like this. It's still playable, it still has some decent features, but when you compare it to other mechs from Ninjago, it just doesn't hit the same level. So because of that combination, great minifigures but a weaker main build, this set lands at number 8. At number 7 we have set number 70722, Overborg Attack. This set is built from 197 pieces and includes 2 minifigures, Lloyd and the Overborg. Now, right away, we have to talk about the Overborg minifigure, because this is easily one of the best figures from the entire wave. The design, the details, the upgraded villain look, everything about it just works and makes it stand out instantly. This is one of those figures that people still remember and want even today. Now, when it comes to the builds, this set is a bit unbalanced. Lloyd's bike is very simple. It does its job, but it doesn't really bring anything new or exciting to the table. It feels more like a filler build just so Lloyd has something to ride. On the other hand, the Overborg vehicle is actually really solid. It has a more aggressive design, some nice weapon details, and it feels much more unique compared to Lloyd's side of the build. But because the set is split between something very basic and something actually quite good, it doesn't feel as strong overall. If both builds were on the level of the Overborg vehicle, this set could be much higher, but as it stands, number 7 feels like the right spot. At number 6 we have set number 70721, Kai Fighter. This set is built from 186 pieces and includes 2 minifigures, Kai and NinjaCopter. Now, this is one of those sets that just feels really solid all around. The minifigure selection is once again strong. NinjaCopter continues to carry a lot of these sets, and Kai is a perfect match for this kind of vehicle. Moving on to the main build, the Kai Fighter is honestly really well designed. The red color scheme looks great, the shape of the jet is clean and recognizable, and it fits perfectly into that futuristic ninja style that this wave is going for. One of the best parts here is the wing transformation feature, where you can move them into a more aggressive attack mode. It's simple, but it adds a lot of the playability and makes the set feel more dynamic. And overall, that's really what this set is. Dynamic, clean and fun. It doesn't necessarily have that one standout feature or minifigure that would push it into the top 5, but it also doesn't have any real weakness. It's just a very well balanced set, which is why it lands comfortably at number 6. At number 5 we have set number 70723, Thunder Rider. This set is built from 320 pieces and includes 3 minifigures, Jay, Cole and a Nindroid. Now this is where the wave really starts getting more interesting, because this set brings a lot more creativity into the builds. Starting with the minifigures, they're good, but at the same time it doesn't feel like something is missing. For a set of this size, you might expect one more standout character or something a bit more unique. But where this set really shines is in the builds. You get 2 main builds here, Jay's vehicle and Cole's mech, and both of them bring something different to the table. Jay's vehicle is decent, it looks fine, but it is not the most memorable part of the set. Cole's mech, however, is definitely the highlight. It looks strong, well built, and it really feels like something that could come straight out of the show. And then you have the combining feature, which is honestly one of the coolest ideas in this entire wave. Being able to attach the mech to the vehicle to create one bigger machine just adds so much play value and makes the set feel more interactive. Because of of that, this set ends up being really fun and creative, even if the minifigure selection holds it back slightly. At number 4 we have set number 70727, X1 Ninja Charger. This set is built from 394 pieces and includes 3 really solid minifigures. This is one of those sets that just feels complete from start to finish. You do get a small Nindroid vehicle on the side, which is a nice extra, but the real focus here is the X1 Ninja Charger itself. And this build is just fantastic. It looks sleek, detailed, and has the perfect mix of ninja style and futuristic design. There are a lot of small details, multiple shooters, and overall it just feels like a very premium vehicle for its size. But the best part here is definitely the hidden bike feature. Being able to launch a smaller bike out of the main car was such a cool idea and made this set incredibly fun to play with. It's one of those features that you don't forget, and it really adds to the overall experience. Honestly, if this set had just one more standout minifigure, it could easily be in the top 3, but even without it, it's still an amazing set at number 4. At number 3 we have set number 70724, NinjaCopter. This set is built from 499 pieces and includes 4 minifigures, 2 Nindroids, Pixel, and a battle damaged Zane. Now, this is where everything really starts coming together at a high level. The minifigure selection here is excellent. Battle damaged Zane is easily one of the most iconic and detailed figures from this wave, and Pixel is also a really important and welcome inclusion. Then we move on to the main build, which is the NinjaCopter, and this is just a fantastic design. The white and futuristic look fits perfectly with the rebooted theme. The cockpit is large and well designed, and the overall proportions just feel right. It's one of those builds that look great from every angle and really feels like a premium set. You also get smaller side builds for the Nindroids, which adds even more playability and help make the set feel more complete. This set does pretty much everything right, which is why it easily earns its place in the top 3. At number 2 we have set number 70725, Nindroid MechDragon. This set is built from 667 pieces and includes 5 amazing minifigures, including Evil Wu and Sensei Garmadon. This set is honestly packed with value. The minifigure selection is one of the strongest in the entire wave. Evil Wu is super unique, Sensei Garmadon is always a great inclusion, and overall, it just feels like a very important lineup of characters. Then we get to the builds. The smaller car for Lloyd and Garmadon is actually really well done and looks very accurate to how it appeared in the show. But of course, the main highlight is the MechDragon. And this build is just incredible. It's big, detailed, and has a really strong presence. The purple accents add a lot of character and make the design stand out even more. For a fully brick built dragon from 2014, this is seriously impressive and still holds up really well today. This set is easily one of the most iconic from the wave and a very deserves number 2. And at number 1 we have set number 70728, Battle for Ninjago City. This set is built from 1182 pieces and includes a massive 8 minifigures. And honestly, this set was never not going to be number 1. From the moment you look at it, you can already tell this is the biggest, most complete and most ambitious set from the entire 2014 wave. Starting with the minifigures, this selection is just insane. You're getting so many important characters all in one set, and what makes it even better is that they're not just filler figures, they actually feel important to the story. The Overlord is easily the highlight here. This minifigure was seriously ahead of its time. The printing, the colors, the overall design, everything about him just screams final boss. Even today, this figure still holds up, and honestly it looks better than some newer villain figures. But it's not just about the Overlord. The rest of the minifigures are also really strong, and together they make this set feel like a full-on final battle in one box. Now moving on to the build, and this is where the set just goes to another level. The main build, which is the monastery, is absolutely massive, and what I really like about it is that it doesn't just feel big for the sake of being big. It actually feels like a real location from the show. There's structure, there's there's other different sections to play around with. You've got walls, towers, different areas for the ninja to stand and defend, and it really gives that feeling of the actual battle taking place, not just a display piece. And the design itself is also really impressive. It keeps the classic Ninjago style, but mixes it with the futuristic elements from this wave, which makes it stand out compared to other locations we've gotten before and after. Then on top of the main build, you also get additional builds, and this is something that really pushes this set even further. You've got the gate section, which adds more depth to the whole scene and makes the monastery feel more complete. And then you have the Overlord mech, which is honestly such a great inclusion, because it gives the villain side something big and powerful to match the scale of the monastery. And what I really like is that nothing here feels unnecessary. Every part of this set adds something, whether it's for play, display, or just making the whole thing feel bigger and more alive. This is the kind of set where you can actually recreate a full final battle without needing anything else, and there's something LEGO doesn't always get right. Even today, when you look at modern Ninjago sets, we rarely get something that feels this complete in one box. Usually it's split into multiple sets, but here you got everything together. And that's what really makes this set special. It's not just big, it's not just detail, it's complete. This is easily the best set from 2014 and honestly one of the best LEGO Ninjago sets ever made. So yeah, that's my ranking of every 2014 LEGO Ninjago set. If you enjoyed, make sure to check out my 2013 Ninjago Wave ranking right here. Trust me, that one gets even more interesting.